let the bass kick.
But if you do wrong, be afraid, for he does not bear the sword in vain. He is the servant of God, an avenger who carries out God's wrath on the wrongful.
I'm in a rock and roll band, and we were headed for the top, babe. Way back in 91. Some wrecked business scumbags took it from us. Well, they forgot my gun. Well, now we're back in business, folks. Now come to claim what's mine.
And to those who would try to oppose socialism on the United States, we again deliver a very simple message. America will never be a socialist country.
Hey, it's me, and welcome to this video. Now, I'm not really into the gossip part of social media anymore, but with the Steve Bannon thing, I really, look, I'm gonna call him Bourbon Bannon, okay? Get it? Have another one, Steve. Bourbon Bannon, right? There's something about his whole persona that is so fake. It's so contrived. And if you trust this guy, you're stupid. But does President Trump trust the guy? No. I mean, there's a reason why he doesn't go on the war room. And he also wants to keep a distance from the guy. I'm sure maybe they have phone calls or whatnot, just like President Trump has phone calls with Matt Gaetz or MTG or Loomer. A lot of people, right? He always keeps in touch with every side of every story. And he's been like that since the 80s. But when it comes to Bourbon Bannon, you know, I was asking very normal questions, and the guy suddenly blocks me and bans me. Yeah. And then later on, his concubine, the chief operating officer, Grace Wong, a Chinese lady, or Korean lady, I don't even know. And I was simply asking about that Chinese billionaire that he was always webcamming with and hanging around his yacht and God knows what, right? So why is it that he's palling around with a Chinese billionaire? Well, it's for the federal state of China, whatever that is. And okay, they're against the CCP. Okay, I get that. But you cannot go around talking about that you're an America firster when your chief sugar daddy is somebody who's, you know, trying to create some federal state in China. Good luck with that, but still, that's the game, right? Anyway, he's in jail now. But he also made a fake wall, and then a lot of MAGA supporters were giving money to that wall project, and a lot of people lost a lot of money, what can I tell you? But he got a pardon, mainly because, like I said, President Trump needs different voices out there to bash each other. If, you know, some people get out of line, like Matt Gaetz can get out of line, then you have somebody else to bash him. Or if MTG gets out of line, then you have Loomer. If Loomer gets out of line, then you have MTG to blast her or other people. And that's the way it works, right? Social media people are snakes, really. And yeah, I quickly have to add, I'm not a social media person. You can tell, right? My videos are very low budget, and I just free talk. I don't even produce or write a script or all of that nonsense. I'm just giving my 2 cents for whatever it's worth. But it seems like it was worth for YouTube to suppress me, and they deleted me before. Lots of strikes that every time I have to let them expire means another 3 months or 6 months not really posting. But to have Bourbon Bannon ban and block me, is he that sensitive? No. I mean, he has all kinds of trolls every day. Does he go around blocking everyone? No. But he did with me. And then his assistant or COO, whatever she is, also did. And then Jack Beach. Yeah, that guy also cannot be trusted, even though a lot of people do trust the guy. I don't know why. He also blocked me. So it's almost like they're saying, hey, this guy is saying things that, we shouldn't promote, so let's just block him. I mean, really, it's not like I'm getting a lot of views or anything, that I'm such a threat, but they're saying, okay, it has to be blocked because we don't want what he's saying to be out there. And of course, like somebody said in comments, I hit a raw nerve because Bourbon Bannon knows exactly that I know what he's all about. I know what he's doing. And that is, he wants to be the shot caller of the movement or of MAGA. He still has TDS, just like Megyn Kelly, tries to be neutral, but you can tell she still has TDS. And a lot of people that are actually now MAGA are people with TDS, and they don't want to show it. But I always can tell, especially with these media people, because they're surviving whether Biden is president or before that Obama. Actually, they thrive more if there's a Democrat in the White House. And a lot of them, like Glenn Beck, they're very anti-Trump, but then for the business, they are suddenly pro-MAGA, right? So there's a lot of fakes out there in MAGA world. And sometimes you don't know until you know, just like many of these people in a Trump cabinet. Did you know how disloyal and dumb, this guy's really dumb, Judah Spence really is? No, we didn't really know. But you find out. And Bill Barr, he's also not that smart, actually, and very disloyal. He was a plant all along. And you go down the list, and you see a lot of these people are very dumb. Ron DeSantis, did you know how dumb this guy was? How unhygienic? And what a piss poor lack of personality, right? Unbelievable. We didn't know. You find these things out. So with media people, look, they don't care who is in office. They don't care if America wins. They don't care if we the people win. They're grifting. They're making money. It's their life. They're online to make money. That's their career. So if they can't sell something, then nobody's paying attention, right? So that's maybe why I'm not making such an effort as they are to be liked or to say what people want to hear. I say what I want to say. Whether people want to hear it or not, I don't care. But I do care about Patreon, right? Like people that actually pay to be part of a group. But again, that's not about me. That's about being pro-Trump, right? So for me, that's a good deal. And it's just $1 a person usually. People give much more also. But in the end, obviously it's not about money, or I would be bankrupt. And I would be eating Twinkies and drinking water from the tap all the time, right? And I'm eating good. I'm going to Arby's and stuff. But the problem with Bourbon Bannon is that, he is fixing to be in a position where if Trump gets nailed, if they really throw him in jail or they make it difficult, that he is ready to take it over, right? That he's going to be running the show. Just like with the removal of McCarthy, he was really trying to make it all about him and his war room and his posse, as he calls it. And yeah, posse, if you spell it out, it's P-O-S-S-E, P-O-S-S-E. Okay, that's his posse. And he even got like a friend at New York Times to give him a front page article where it says, Steve Bannon in the War Room really did this. But it's, not getting the attention that he hoped for, where everybody's praising Bourbon Bannon. They're all praising Matt Gaetz, right? And I know that it's Trump behind the scenes, not Bourbon Bannon. But you also have to understand that this guy is, somebody who wasn't for Trump. Even in 2015, he was preparing a dossier about how Trump is connected to the LCN, La Cosa Nostra, right? And then he, got an opportunity to be part of the MAGA movement, so he did that. But you saw what happened as soon as he got into the White House, right? I talked about that in my video. But to have this guy then block me, have his secretary or assistant, whatever, block me also, to me, it doesn't matter to me, because I wasn't, I don't go to the war room, I don't follow what he says for the most part. It doesn't affect me. But for me, it's a tell. It's really a tell, because why would you make the effort? Why would Bourbon Bannon make the effort to go out and press that block button? I mean, you have to be very angry or worried. There must be something that really causes you to be very sensitive all of a sudden, and that's why, I do feel like there's something about that. I mean, just to tell that President Trump doesn't go on the war room. Maybe for the campaign he eventually will, but isn't it remarkable? And then you have the backstabbing, that happens. And so right now you trust Gaetz, you trust MTG, but can you really trust any of these swampers? Because, it's good to have swampers on your side, like when they're doing good things. Even Jim Jordan, These people are swampers. They're working in the swamp, so they're swampers. So you have good swampers, you have swampers that try to do some good, and you have evil swampers, but they're all swampers. Don't forget that these people are politicians, and the other people are media people. In a way, they're the same kind of creature. You cannot trust people like that. And so I'm not a politician, I'm not a media guy. And so I'm not saying you have to trust me. Trust no one, judge by actions. But I like to give a heads up about Bourbon Bannon, because I always feel like, it's better to get a heads up so that later on you're not surprised. I mean, I gave heads up about Trey Gowdy and many other people. But other people I also missed, because, I always want people to do good. Even Bourbon Bannon, I wanted him to do good. But when I notice things, I really have to talk about it. And so I really feel like I really did hit a raw nerve.